Hi, how you doing guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to discuss how you can configure your systemd based Linux distro to do the domain name resolution correctly, the DNS, how you can configure your DNS on your systemd based Linux distro. Time ago it was done by configuring the file which is resolve.conf, this one, /etc/resolve.conf. However, after some time, this thing also was done on other Unix-like systems such as Mac OS. So both the two systems, Linux and Mac OS, at least if the others aren't also the same, both you can configure your DNS by simply putting the entry to this file /etc/resolve.conf. Okay, so then we started to have systemd, which has become a full set of software that controls many things, like in its system host name. You can run the command hostname ctl to configure something about host name on systemd based distros. You have also the systemd resolved, which you can control by running resolve.ctl and so on. So it has become a little tricky, to be honest, or sometimes it has caused some people some problems. So for systemd, the file to configure, or the file that you need to touch or change in order to be able to configure your DNS, can be /run/systemd/resolve.conf or stub-resolve.conf. These two files are the ones that you may need to change in order to configure your DNS. Depends on the situation. For example, when I read the wiki of Arch, it says that you need to make a symbolic link between the file that we mentioned, /run/systemd/resolve/stub-resolve.conf. You make a symbolic link between it and /etc/resolve.conf. This may solve the issue for some people. You may have a DNS problem. Your computer is connected to the internet, but whenever you try to ping to a specific address, it cannot, like it says, an issue like domain name or name not known or something like that, or cannot resolve or something. Or even when you go to the internet, you go to your browser, you put your address, let's say google.com, it complains like it's not connected to the internet. So you may need to go to /run/systemd/resolve/stub-resolve, this one, and you do all the changes on it. Okay? The second thing, which I found some bugs talking about it, is the simple file /run/systemd/resolve/resolve.conf. This also can be a file that you can change to correctly set up the DNS. Okay, depending on some situations, you can check yourself if to which file /etc/resolve.conf is linked. In my case, it's linked to stub-resolve.conf. In your case, it can be something else. So you need to consider changing these two files. When I say changing, you go to them like this, and you scroll down. If you don't have this name server, you type name server and the DNS address that you want to use. For example, for Google 8.8.8.8, That's an example. If you don't have it, of course. In my case, I have configured mine to work correctly. Alright? The same thing, you can do it to stub, the file that starts with stub instead of resolve only. This one also, you scroll down, you change or you add name server and so on, and you put the address that you want to use, and you save it. That's the second way. If these two ones did not work for you, you have a third file. Third file is systemd resolved.conf, okay, or resolved. You may need to configure this thing, okay? You may need to configure this thing. I mean, do the same thing, like, but this one you don't need to put name server like this and so on and type the address. No, you just put you just uncomment one of these things here like this, or I guess if I'm not mistaken you can simply type the address like this, okay, and then you save and so on. It may work, and you need to restart systemd resolved. In my case, I had a DNS issue, and I solved it by adding or making a folder, systemd resolved.conf.d. I made this folder by running the command mkdir, and then inside of it there is this file that I made. I call it the DNS_servers following arch wiki, and then I added this to it, this resolve. You can find it in arch wiki, the page of resolve systemd resolved. That's how I found this file, and it worked. In my case, my DNS has become working well after I changed this file, made it, not changing, making it, and then putting all of this inside of it. Okay, so you need to consider these 4 files, or these 4 methods, these 4 things, in order to be able to configure DNS correctly whenever you are. If you wanna restart the service, you run systemctl restart, just like you restart any service. Restart systemd resolved, like this, and then you check the status like this. It's working. You ping, for example, to google.com. It's supposed to work. It works. You can see that it gave the relevant address that's hooked to it, and it's working, as you can see. So in my case, I was able to solve the issue by making this file. It's in the wiki of Arch. They all say that you need to symlink between stubresolve.conf and then, or this one, @resolve.conf. This one is when you're cherooting, okay? This one is when you are not cherooting, you're running your computer normally. And then, in case that one did not work for me at the beginning, this one, when I check it, I run this command, ls-al/etc/resolve.conf. It was linked to the resolve.conf, this file /run/systemd/resolve/resolve.conf. It was linked to it. I tried to change it, it did not work. I removed the file which was /run, that file, I removed it, /run/systemd/resolve/resolve.conf, and tried to symlink. I symlinked between this, as you can see, and this. Still did not work, to be honest. I had eventually to make this file and put the stuff inside of it. Why I did not choose the DNS server of Google, for example, which is 8.8.8.8, or for Cloudflare, which is 1.1.1.1, it's because my router sounds like it does not let it work. When I try to, it was configured like this. Let me show you. Resolve CTR. Yes. So here I have this one, I don't know. It doesn't want to change. Doesn't want to change. Every time I change the files, I remove this stuff inside of it. It doesn't change. So yeah. So here, sometimes your router rejects the other DNS servers. So DNS addresses for the servers that they are connected to it. Like this one is for Cloudflare. This one is for Google. This one also is for Google, second one, and this is for Cloudflare as well. Sometimes your router doesn't let you connect. I did have that issue, and the only way to solve it is to use the router itself as a DNS server. You just type the router address, which in my case here is 10.0.0.1, and it worked. Okay, I had the same issue when I was trying to do a hotspot. And every time I put the DNS address aside from the address or the IP address of the phone, which was the router, it doesn't work. I keep always having problems with resolution, address resolution, domain name resolution, and so on. Okay, I hope it's clear. If you're interested in similar content, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. If you face any issue or if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. And also I have my Discord server for contacting me. Aside from commenting, I'll make sure I answer your comments. Make sure you contact me there. Thanks for watching, and see you.